Hello and welcome to another Divi Booster tutorial. In this video, we'll explore how to add tooltips to your Divi site using the built-in Divi 5 Tooltip module. Tooltips are an excellent way to provide extra information without overwhelming your users and can also add a touch of interactivity to your design. Let's dive in. The Divi Tooltip module is a feature introduced in Divi 5 that makes adding tooltips to your layouts simple and seamless. With this module, you don't need to rely on third-party plugins or write custom code. In this video, I'll guide you through the process of setting up and using the Tooltip module effectively. Let's get started. An essential aspect of the Divi Tooltip module is understanding how it positions tooltips relative to a parent element. For example, if you place a tooltip directly in a row, it will align with that row. However, a more versatile option is embedding the Tooltip module within another module. By doing this, the tooltip will position itself relative to that specific module. To demonstrate this, we'll use a standard image module. For this example, I've selected an image of a city building and will add an interactive tooltip over it to provide additional context. Let's walk through how to set this up. To embed a tooltip into the parent image module, start by right-clicking on the three-dot menu within the image action buttons. From there, navigate to Add Element and select the Add Element Inside option. This will let you place the tooltip directly inside the image module. If you're simply adding a tooltip to a row and not embedding it in another module, you can instead use the row's regular Add Module Plus button. Once you've opened the Insert Module or Row menu, locate the Tooltip module. You can either scroll through the list or use the search bar to find it quickly. Once you see it, click on it to add it to the parent element. Keep in mind that the Divi Tooltip module is available starting from Divi version 5.8 and later. By default, tooltips are set to display on hover. In the Builder preview, this means that when you click away from the parent element, the Tooltip module will become hidden. You can still access it by clicking on the parent element again or using the Layers menu. However, if you'd prefer to keep the tooltip visible at all times while working on it, there's an easy way to do that. Simply go to the Tooltip settings, navigate to Tooltip, Content, Meta, and set Force Visible to While in Builder. This will ensure that the tooltip stays visible during your design process. To set the text for your tooltip, open the Tooltip module's settings. Navigate to the Content tab and under Text, find the body field. Enter the text you'd like to display in your tooltip. This will be the information that appears when users interact with your tooltip. To adjust the position of your tooltip relative to the parent element, go to the Tooltip module's settings. Navigate to Design, then Tooltip, and locate the position setting. Here, you'll see a grid of small squares. Simply select the square that best represents where you'd like the tooltip to appear in relation to the parent element. In this example, I've positioned the tooltip next to the office location to draw attention to it visually. The Tooltip module offers two key settings to help fine-tune the position of your tooltip: Tooltip Skid and Tooltip Distance. These settings let you adjust how the tooltip aligns relative to the edge it's placed on. The Tooltip Skid setting moves the tooltip along the edge. For example, tooltips on the top or bottom edge will shift right by the skid amount, while tooltips on the left or right edge will slide downward. On the other hand, Tooltip Distance adjusts how far the tooltip is from its edge. For instance, an inside edge will move the tooltip closer to the center of the parent element, while an outside edge pushes it further away from the parent element. Keep in mind that negative values aren't supported here, so it's a good idea to start with a position closer to the desired area. In this example, I've used Tooltip Distance to bring the tooltip closer to the center of the image, aligning it neatly next to the office location. Take your time experimenting with these settings to get the exact position you need. The Divi Tooltip module includes a handy feature to add an arrow to your tooltip. This small detail can help users clearly understand what the tooltip refers to and draw their attention effectively. To enable the tooltip arrow, go to the Tooltip module's settings. Navigate to Design, then Tooltip, and toggle on Show Tooltip Arrow. Once enabled, you can customize its placement by selecting where you'd like the arrow to appear using the Tooltip Arrow Placement setting. Additionally, you can adjust the color and size of the arrow, as well as fine-tune its position. This lets you seamlessly integrate the tooltip design into your layout while keeping it both functional and visually appealing. Feel free to explore these settings to create the look you're after. The Divi Tooltip module also allows you to customize when the tooltip appears. To do this, go to the Tooltip module's settings. Navigate to Design, then Tooltip, and find the Show Tooltip On option. Here, you can choose between 3 trigger settings: Hover, which is the default, Click, or Always. This flexibility lets you adjust the tooltip's behavior to best suit your design and user experience needs. Experiment with these options to see what works best for your layout. Once you've set up your tooltip, don't forget to save your changes. After saving, preview your page to see the result. You should notice your tooltip appearing in the correct position relative to the parent element, and it will display based on the trigger condition you selected. Take a moment to ensure everything looks and functions as intended. And there you have it, a fully functional interactive tooltip created using the Divi Tooltip module. Now's the perfect time to explore the module's settings further and customize the tooltip style to suit your design. If there's anything specific you'd like to see added or improved in the Divi Tooltip module, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.